For all the things you need in one, Hughes Federal Credit Union has the latest payment choices that make your life easy and convenient. Put technology and convenience at your fingertips. Hughes Federal Credit Union. Smart choice.
Welcome to Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley here with Greg Hansen. Greg, you wrote a column that appeared in Thursday's paper about the Ironwood Ridge CDO softball rivalry. And there's one little thing that popped out at me early on. Isabel Pacho plays for Ironwood Ridge. She is committed to the University of Arizona, and she is a
sophomore.
Is this AAU basketball? What is going on?
It is AAU basketball, and it's every bit that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a player for CDO, a freshman, who's already committed, Hallie Morris.
To where?
Utah.
Oh my goodness.
Utah came in and got their best player, Elisa Bonstrom, sister of Caleb Bonstrom, an all Pac-12 player at Stanford. Utah came in and beat the Pac and got Bonstrom and Hallie Morris, who is a freshman pitcher. She's not even their best pitcher yet. But you've got to get there so early. So Arizona pulled the trigger on Pacho. And, I mean, she looks like a young Kadiana Mauga.
To me, Greg, is this a byproduct of, with club ball, you're playing all the time, and all these coaches get a chance to see you?
Oh, Mike Candrea's got commitments from two eighth graders already.
Wow.
And it holds true in every sport. At Sabino High School, there's a gymnast named Madison Mariani, who's probably one of the top 3 prospects in the country. She committed to Michigan about 8 months ago. She's a freshman.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody wanted her. Arizona wanted her, Utah wanted her. I mean, Utah's as good as any team in the country. She committed to Michigan already.
If this were men's basketball, we would sit here and go, this is weird.
But Josh Pastner famously got a commitment from Fendi Onabin when he was the best 9th grade player in America.
Wasn't Nick Wise like in 7th or 8th grade?
Same size then as he turned out to be.
But I mean, if we were talking about basketball, we'd sit there and go, it's a little weird, let the kids look and stuff. What makes softball different to you?
Well, the travel ball summer team, they play as many games as basketball players play in AAU.
Right.
I mean, they're gone.
Right.
They're gone all summer. They don't know it gets hot in Tucson. And the Tucson is really, really good. They're 2 main summer travel league teams. And that's why Tucson softball has won 32 state championships in the last 30 years.
I think that if you were to line it up and say, what is Tucson best known for athletically, I think number 1 might be Arizona basketball.
Sure.
Number 2, you could make the argument that the players they produce in softball.
Oh.
They go everywhere. They go to Minnesota, they go to Nebraska, they go to Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. Schools you've heard of and schools you haven't come in and sign Tucson softball players, and not just superstars, but just kind of like starters on pretty good teams.
The outfield wall at CDO softball complex have these big placards for every girl who's got a college softball scholarship. I counted them, 42 of them. And, I mean, that's a lot.
Right.
There are 15 girls on this year's team. 15. They only start 9 who have committed to colleges. 15.
Wow. And not like junior colleges, like 4-year colleges.
Yes.
Wow.
And most of them, half of them are underclassmen.
Wow. That's fascinating stuff. And again, it's a story I think that goes underreported, is clearly the sheer amount of talent in both softball and to a lesser extent baseball in southern Arizona. You don't see it anywhere else.
And then throw soccer in.
Soccer.
Those are the big 3, baseball, soccer, softball.
Yep. It's crazy. Well, that'll do it for this episode of Greg Hansen's Video Notebook, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. For Greg Hansen, you ever play softball?
Heck yes. I hit one to the wall.
Once. I'm coming off the biggest slump of my softball career, so I don't want to hear anything about hitting a ball to a wall. I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.
True fans live for their team. They buy the gear, they order the tickets, they pay for the seats and the experiences. For those true U of A fans, thankfully there is Hughes Federal Credit Union, offering the latest payment choices such as U of A debit cards, paying online, paying a friend with pop money, or using Apple Pay with your mobile phone. Show your U of A spirit and put technology and convenience at your fingertips. Hughes Federal Credit Union. Smart choice.